Well, if there was any doubt that an executive order on cybersecurity was right around the corner, now might be the time to cast it aside. According to a series named and unnamed officials, now more than ever, extra protection is needed to guard against hackers who want to find out our secrets and gain access to our most sensitive information, especially when the perpetrators are from China. That's according to an article in the conservative Washington Free Beacon. It says hackers linked to China's government broke into one of the U.S. government's most sensitive computer networks, breaching a system used by the White House Military Office for nuclear commands. The article goes on to quote a White House official who said that this was a spear phishing attack against an unclassified network. So I want to talk about what all this means, kind of break it down for you, how severe it is, and what it could mean on a larger scale. And for that, I'm joined by RT web producer Andrew Blake.
Christine Frizell.
Andrew, let's start with spear phishing. What does this mean? What can it do?
I mean, it can do anything, but it's kind of a whole lot of nothing, if you ask me. This story came out yesterday, like you said, in was it the Beagle, the Beacon?
The Washington Free Beacon.
The Washington Free Beacon, which a lot of us in the office went, what is that?
Bill Gertz, I believe, was
yes. And so we started digging around who used to work for the Washington Times and might actually still be employed there. But so we start going through and trying to find out what's this big scare that we see today. Because within hours, it starts, it hits HuffPo, the AP puts it on the wire, and then we start seeing news sources come in saying new things. And the White House did confirm and say, yes, we were hit by a cyber attack, or at least it attempted to be hit by a cyber attack, which sounds really scary. That word itself, attack, it's a little aggressive, a little aggro. But spear phishing. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
It's not really that scary. Like I said, it can do a lot, but there was no crazy Chinese scientists trying to infiltrate our internet tubes and working in vast machines, typing codes, trying to scare us. What spear phishing is someone goes, I wanna get the White House. I'm gonna find someone from the White House. And they'll go and they'll send emails to anyone they can from the White House. And they'll try to make these emails look clever. They'll say, oh, hi, I'm gonna need your help. Can I have your password? I mean, obviously, you can be a bit more complex than that. But you want to try to trick someone into thinking that you're somebody else. It's pretty much just social engineering. There is no, it's more of hacking the brain than it actually is hacking a computer. You just want to convince someone to let up their guard, and then maybe if you convince them to open some sort of corrupted PDF file or some sort of other program, then you can unleash whatever you want onto the system.
Yeah, and I would think that anyone that works for the White House, whether it's someone in the intelligence community or even somebody on the custodial staff, anyone with a White House email, I cannot imagine that they would be clicking on these links.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when these emails are sent to me, I often see them in my junk mailbox.
Yeah, exactly. It's like pretty much the same thing as like the old Nigerian oil prince scam or something like that. In fact, someone, Fox picked up the story this afternoon and, fear-mongered the hell out of it instantly, but actually put a quote in there with someone saying, like, what did this come down to? Someone opened an email. And that was it. There was no
it wasn't some crazy hacking into the system.
Yeah, Chinese spies didn't break through like the West Wing windows and start like smashing stuff and putting little USB drives inside like the president's phone. No, I mean they could have, but
right.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was sort of the department that's in charge of White House scheduling, that knows where the president's going to be at all times. This was cause for a whole lot of people to say we need cybersecurity legislation now.
And that's so funny because they've been saying that for so long, and it seems like they've been continuously looking for a new excuse to convince us that that's a good idea.
So you're connecting some dots here. You're saying that the only reason this story came out is perhaps because it was another reason to put in sort of the arsenal of reasons.
I don't want to say that per se.
Okay.
It seems like it would be a bit facetious of me just to assume things like this.
Right.
However, Congress couldn't come up with a cybersecurity bill. The Senate and the House couldn't agree on anything. The White House said, oh, we'll take care of it then. The White House confirmed that they drafted an executive order, and the White House said that they will release an executive order. And all they've needed to do is pretty much scare America into thinking that a cybersecurity threat, which is a threat, it is real, but this maybe, it got a little blown up today. I think we're a little just scared. We're all on Monday.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared at all. I'm not scared of anything. But it's Monday. We're all on edge.
But Andrew, let me read you a quote from this article. It said, quote, this is the most sensitive office in the U.S. government, a former senior U.S. intelligence official said. A compromise there would cause grave strategic damage to the United States.
Yet someone just opened up an email. I don't believe that for a second. I'm sure there's some people at the Pentagon that are pretty pissed that apparently they aren't have high clearance as this guy.
There's something else we have to talk about
Absolutely.
with this, something that a lot of times is ignored. Cybersecurity, once the executive order especially is handed down, this is going to create an entirely new infrastructure in this country and around the world. It's going to create a whole lot of business, which could be good for jobs, but there's going to be a lot of people who want these contracts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so this is turning into something that seems to be a financial blessing for a lot of people as well.
I believe it was actually Senator Wyden or Senator Udall, excuse me, I don't remember which one, but when they were raising objections to the CISPA bill earlier this year, before that was defeated, they actually, one of them, excuse me, I forget who, actually said, this is going to create a cyber intelligence complex. This is going to be like the military war machine that we're pumping all this money in and just making all of Northern Virginia filthy rich. It's going to be the same thing, and people are just going to become like I said, filthy rich off of just sharing other people's info, stealing it, and selling it to the government. Yes.
Even now, I've been reading, the Washington Post has actually covered this a little bit. Cybersecurity, employees, people who have this background, this knowledge that have been coming in and getting jobs, they've been able to sort of drive up the value of what they're worth because there's more of a demand than there is a supply for that. So these people are making exorbitant amounts of money to be able to come and do these jobs. So imagine when there's this entirely new complex, as you call it.
Federal agencies are actually going to colleges right now and trying to recruit hackers so that they'll be doing their dirty work in the next generation. So
very interesting.
So let's see what'll happen.
Yeah, we will. Thanks for breaking that down. A lot of technical terms that sometimes not all of us are familiar with.
I probably screwed something up. Sorry.
I'm sure you didn't. RT Web producer Andrew Blake, thanks so much.
Thank you.